always recommend to people, get the training that you need, continue to advance the arts on your own time, wherever you can, whatever you can do. Always be honing that edge, because you don't get to choose the moment. The moment will choose you. And I want people to be ready, stand prepared. That's why we exist as a company.
So hey guys, I'm here with Michael from American Reconstruction Concepts, or ARC. He is a SERE specialist from the Air Force, now doing private instruction and courses here in beautiful northern Washington. We are at a resort called Serenity Houses, and it is incredible. So my wife and I just completed the Gray Man Adventure, which is one of the courses that ARC offers. Mike is here to answer a couple questions that you guys might have, as well as some that I might have about what ARC is and what we can do here and what he can do for you.
I believe that we can reach people in our space outside of the military, and we can serve people in self-defense and survival aspects. And really what we wanted to do is we wanted to start reaching more people, because we knew that we had some skills that we could offer. They could help people, and we could deliver those in a way that they would enjoy it and they would take things away. And we just knew that if we didn't start that, there would be people that would be unaffected and unreached. And I guess that's the biggest motivation for us at the end of the day, is to provide something to people that will hopefully potentially save their lives, but also just enhance their daily living. And so that's whenever it started, about 2.5 years ago, whenever I exited the military. And what it is now is it's a veteran-owned and operated training company that helps people in mentality, skills, and tactics. And so primarily, we do still serve the military on occasion, but between the DoD, first responders, and responsible citizens, that's pretty much our clientele.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And your background is a very specific set of skills applicable to survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Tell me about that.
The United States Air Force SERE specialist is kind of a unique one in the DoD. It's the only instructor that's tailor-made and gone through over a year pipeline of training to be able to instruct high risk of isolation personnel. So each of the military branches has a SERE school, stands for survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. And that's just the training that people need whenever they're potentially behind enemy lines, they're being chased, and they need to know how to react, how to survive, how to get back, and if they get rolled up, how to resist that interrogation and escape and get out of there, right? Essentially, that's the school. All the different branches have it, but only the Air Force cares enough to be able to put a lot of skills and have their own tech school just for that training position. So that was the capacity I served, and I taught at the U.S. Air Force SERE School out of Fairchild.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you could only choose 3 tools to survive, evade, and resist and escape, what would they be and why?
Whew, man, it depends on if I was in the airframe, because that parachute has to be one of them, right?
All right, so you're not on an airframe.
Okay.
Or you successfully, well, I can't say you successfully use the parachute, because then that counts and you steal it.
Sure.
So you can't steal a parachute. So.
Yeah, because that parachute can offer a lot. Like we improvise a lot out of that. You can make shelter, you can make all kinds of things with not only the canopy, but there's 1,000 foot of parachute cord, 550 cord. So classic answer, I'm going to have to say situation dependent, right?
Oh,
but here's just I've got to have a knife, of course, for a lot of survival stuff. It's just, if I have a really good blade, man, that's just, but what are we doing? Where are we at? That's going to dictate everything. If we're just straight up surviving right here, right now, I would say a knife, a ferro rod, and some means of purifying water. I would take a Grail, because a Grail can both filter water and carry it. So that would be my 3 off the top for surviving. But it might change,
Yeah, it might change, yeah.
Yeah.
So you think maybe a knife from Walmart, would that cut it?
Come on, man. I carry a custom knife from my buddy Lucas Olson Custom Knives. So whenever I graduated tech school, he's like, man, you've been through a year of surviving all around the world. What knife do you want? Here's my graduation present to you. So I went with the Tom Brown tracker design. And that one is amazing because I can use it like a machete, but I can also use it for whittling and carving out things for traps and snares. And across the board, the tracker design has been my personal favorite.
And you offer a ton of different types of courses for people from varying degrees of experience and requirements and things.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you offer?
So the way I think about it is there's like three main branches. We do empty hand combatives, which is the Navy SEALs combatives program. And I really enjoy combatives. I was a lead for a little while, went through level 2 out of 3 in the Air Force, but compared to the Navy SEALs program, the Air Force isn't as good. So that's why we practice the SEALs stuff, because it's really effective. It takes no time to learn. It's principle based. But then we also do a lot of defensive gunfighting, and that's handgun, carbine, the Evasion course, knife fighting in there. And then we also have the survival set of skills. And with that, there's a little bit of SERE-esque stuff. Like we have some evasion TTPs, we have some escape stuff, but all of that has been tailored and refined and changed for the clients that we serve, right? So we can't go into any classified stuff unless we're serving classified clients, still military active duty, and we have all those. But the civilian stuff is more catered to them, and it's not divulging any of the military secrets because obviously we can't do that. It's a higher level for them in their application. So that's basically it. It's the survival portion is a big heading, and then gunfighting and the empty hand self-defense aspect.
So what does an ideal client look like for you?
Well, sometimes it depends on the class, but more recently we've been kind of catering towards business owners, especially those that are kingdom mindset, because that's kind of our background and we can uniquely serve those a little bit better. So if they are either a business manager, CEO, or they own the business outright, then that would be more or less someone who's also like dedicated to the principles of protecting themselves and others. They see that need. They're not trying to be convinced on their own responsibility to become their own first responder. They understand, the buck stops with them and that security is in their own wheelhouse. They got to take care of it. If you understand that and then you want cutting edge, top-notch training, that's what myself and the other instructors are committed to continually learning and providing at the highest level that we can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what if I'm a CEO and I've got maybe 25 people that I want to bring along with me? Is that something we could do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. At this resort, or sometimes we travel and train, right? Our highest level of training is here at the resort because we control all those factors. We have the lodging, we have a chef, we have all the amenities, and we control the gun range, and we have 500 acres we can work out of for all the survival ops. So that, to me, is a lot easier in a controlled environment, but we also have some mobile options as well.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, anything else to add?
The training progression, there's a baseline that everybody should have, and they should always refine those skills. I myself, as a trainer, I realize that all the skills that we teach, they are perishable, right? So it's like a knife's edge. If you continue to hone it and you sharpen it, it's going to be ready for you whenever you need it. And if you disregard it and you abuse it and you blunt up the blade, if you really need it in a crisis, it's not going to be there to perform for you as it should be. So I always recommend to people, get the training that you need, continue to advance the arts on your own time, wherever you can, whatever you can do. Always be honing that edge because you don't get to choose the moment. The moment's going to choose you. And I want people to be ready, stand prepared. That's why we exist as a company, to help people in that aspect.
Yeah. What if I don't have any experience whatsoever and I'm just completely clueless, but I know that I want to get some kind of training? Is that something you can do?
Oh yeah, that's beautiful, man. You're a blank slate without all the bad habits. So
yeah.
You don't have the training scars. And so a lot of times that's a much easier person to be able to guide and reach the next several rungs in the ladder of excellence. So we have things that can help for beginners all the way across to advanced. And we've been given compliments from career military and law enforcement saying that this is the best training they've ever received. And I don't take those things lightly. And I think that that's that speaks to the level of training, but we also are always trying to continue to push the bar. Like after we finish the training with you guys here, we're asking, what can we do better? What about this aspect? How about that idea? And next time it will be better. It will be slightly different. It will be improved. And we'll be continuing to change and up level as much as we can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, thank you for inviting us out
Yeah.
to the Great Man Adventure. Check out ARC for more.
Appreciate you.